What's up, people? Welcome to another live stream. It's trial by fire. Whoa. Let's see. Cool.
I'm going to show you how to test a normal 12-volt ATX power supply unit from a computer using a digital multimeter. Coming up, roll the intro. Hey name tags and welcome. This is Ash from My Tech, helping you go from newbie to techie. Okay, disclaimer first, this is going to be an advanced tutorial. Regardless, any electronic repair does carry some risk, so please do at your own cost.
Yeah, do this at your own cost, y'all. Advanced tutorial.
Troubleshoot series. You can see the details in the description below and the part above. I have done a tutorial similar to this using a laptop charger, and I also did a first part of this tutorial when the PC was not turning on. Again, link below and card above, where we tested a power supply using a pin method. However, that test will not show whether the power supply is giving the right voltage to the computer. And if your power supply isn't giving the right voltage, it will cause all sorts of problems, including not turning on or turning on and switching off after a few seconds, or even taking a few components down. In some cases, your computer will even turn on, but it may keep rebooting in the middle of you doing an operation. So let's go on with it. The first thing you're going to need a couple of things like a pin. This is a metallic pin. This is actually a paper clip which I've bent into shape. You can use anything metallic, right? Next thing you need, of course, is a power supply. If you want to see how to take this out of the motherboard, you know, another video, or I'm going to put a link to a video. And of course, you can keep a digital multimeter. Now, this is Mastec MSH268, bought from Amazon for about £22. I'm going to leave a link below in the description. It's going to be an affiliate link, so if you buy through my link, I will get a small kickback and it won't cost you anything extra. You can, of course, choose any other make and model of a digital multimeter, but these ones are auto-ranging, and which means you don't have to mess with the volts, especially for beginners. It's brilliant. So before we proceed, make sure you're grounding yourself, work on a non-static electrical, on a non-static surface, like would be fine. First thing, unplug and switch off everything. We're going to first test the plug to make sure the current volt.
I just realized that Corsair. What's up, Trex? Can you hear me? So this is a Corsair rm750x. Great. And I just realized that for the Corsair rm750x, there's this knob on the back. Let's see how close I am to y'all. So yeah, there's this knob right here, and it turns left and right, and it clicks, and I turn it, and I have a feeling the fan speed, there is this little like symbol, kind of looks like, I don't know, like waves or cliffs to me, but now I want to confirm fan speed because rm750x, what should I look for? A diagram? I want to confirm that it's fan speed because I just don't want to do anything weird. Yeah. You see what I'm talking about, huh, Trex? Let's see, is it fan speed? You know what? Maybe I should just roll with it. I'm just going to roll with it. We're going to risk it, man. I'm moving so slow. Electrical stuff seems like, it's like the learning curve is so much higher than other stuff because it's so unforgiving. It's like if you short something and break something, then you short it and broke it. There's nothing. Whereas like stuff, I don't know, you can kind of feel it out. Electrical, it's like a 1 or a 0. You either cross two wires or you don't, you know? So that has been a struggle for me to learn. Whoops. So low.
Coming in through from the mains. And here we've got 3 pins, which is new. Just zoom that in. Got the neutral.
So we're just running through this tutorial. I guess I can post it. We're running through this, and that's pretty much it. I'm just posting this because it's pretty straightforward, but it's like anything, you know, you watch a tutorial and you're like, well, what about this? What about this? And it's different when you're actually doing it. And so if you guys see me doing anything crazy, let me know.
Now in UK, down a bit. In UK, the average voltage range between 2.
You're gonna check it out, Trex. Trex, are you building a computer?
But the average is about 230 or 240, and it will vary during the day. There's a tolerance of -6% to +10%. But let's see what we get.
I actually wrote down all these directions. I don't know, it helps me. I gotta. Ah, you're moving. Where are you moving? If you don't mind me asking.
line on this.
So we're going to go to voltage, AC voltage. You guys can't really see this O on. I could set it up apparently so that it pops on the screen, but I don't know how to do that on Linux. So yeah, I mean, I guess I can turn it face up. So maybe if y'all can zoom at some point, then you can see what I'm up to. But let's see how it goes. I'm just going to hold this down. This multimeter, I'm going to be returning because it makes a very high-pitched sound, and I very much do not like that. Besides that, though, I've only played with it for a few minutes, but I do like it. Besides that, so we press this button up here to the left, and then it's voltage AC. It says VAC. I think that makes it voltage AC. The range is auto. The speed set to low. The function's V. I don't know what the function is. I don't know what rel or off is here in the corner. So yeah, hopefully it's fine. And hopefully this mat is non-conductive. I'll check it out. Not currently. I live in Florida. Whoa, just moved houses. Cool. Cool. I haven't spent much time in Florida, but I'd like to go there. There's some things I want to see down there. Okay, so that's set to AC. These are the leads. Okay. There's only so many tutorials you can watch before actually doing stuff, you know?
Dials on different makes the model. Okay?
Trex, do you like your new house?
The next thing, let's put this down here, is you're going to make sure that you place the black probe into the neutral part, and the right probe, we're going to place it into the
Nice, that's great.
And if everything is okay, it's giving us a reading of 2.
That's great that you love it. It's important to love where you live. Okay, so this is pretty simple. We're just going to place the black into the neutral and the, I forget what the L stands for, load maybe? Because E is earth, I think. So again, you're not really going to be able to see, but if you see the tutorial, it's the same thing. The plug looks the same. The little holes are labeled. And so I'm going to do the black. Where's the black? This is my multimeter virginity. I've never done this before. Where do I want to put this? I've never used a multimeter before, I don't think. Maybe when I was like, I don't know, forever ago, but and we're going to see if this changes. Right now it says VAC is 0.1489. I don't know why it says anything. I'm like, is it picking up electricity in the air? Like, what's the deal here? It kind of makes me nervous, to be frank. I'm like, am I going to damage my components? Is this mat actually non-conductive? Like, what's wrong? I could have read more, team, but we're trying to get it done. We're kind of on a time window here, unless we want to scrap the whole build and return everything. It goes down, or it's gone down. All right, we're just going to do it. We're just going to send it. All right, Trexels, thanks for dropping by. I can't see everything you're saying. Good luck. I look forward to hearing from you later, I guess, if you're going to be around. Okay, so black in the left, and that pops up as 0, which I think is because it's ground. Okay, now it's popping up as 0.7. No, sorry, 7.6 VAC. What does his pop up as? And then it says overload. Do I need to change the range? How do I change the range? Range. How many volts is it? So 50 volts, right? I guess maybe I'll try 500 volts because in the US it goes up to like 120, I think, whatever this sheet says. What did I write on my sheet? It goes up to 120 volts, so maybe it should be on 500 volts. So maybe I just had the range too low and that's no good. That might be bad. It still pops up as 7.54. So what does his pop up as? All right, so his multimeter is 0.06.
Is you're going to make sure that you place the black probe into the neutral.
Is 0.2.
And the right probe.
And then it jumps up.
Live pod.
His jumps up.
If everything's okay, it's giving us a reading of 241.
Well, his jumps up too, so we're gonna say that's what's supposed to happen. All right, so that goes there. See, I want clips to like hold all this stuff. It feels silly, like, but I don't know what the clips are called. There's like alligator clips and crocodile clips, and it's like, you know, the learning resources for this are not impressive. All right, 122.52. 122.52. Okay, we're going to pull the red out. And we're going to write that down because we write everything down, man. All right, 122.52. Let's get this stuff back on. We will. Where's the pen? There we go. All right. PSU cable 122.52. By the power of math brain, I know that that is within 5% of 120 volts. So we're going to move on to the next thing. If you have any questions, type them in the chat.
So I am now
we're learning together.
The right voltage into this plug. Okay. Next thing, what we're going to do, put on the side, we are going to take our power supply, which is currently still disconnected and unplugged, and on the power supply, you're going to see there's 24 pins.
This is where we're at timestamp. What are we at? 4:10, and this is where dude starts to talk about all the colored different cables, and like this, as you can see, it's all black. Which my understanding, like this video is 7 years old at this point, and so I think most power supplies have all black cables, and so you know. It says in the comments you can kind of figure it out online, but one thing that's wasn't totally clear to me is like this little thing. I don't know if you can see it, but basically there's two sides to the 24 pin thing. There's two sides, and there's this little clip thing or clamp thing, I think, that just makes it secure something that's outside of the pins, right? And that thing is shown in the diagram, kind of, that he has, or that he's going to put up. And it's on the right side of his things on the diagram. So we're going to keep this on the right side. The little clamp thing is going to stay on the right side. And that makes the diagram track out. So, because like in this PSU, for example, or this PSU cable, for example, there's a bunch of these little metal, like there's metal pins within the plastic housing, and um, there's two that are not. There are no metal pins, and those two are the ones that are like negative numbers in his little diagram. Um, I mean, everything that I'm saying right now, I haven't tested. So like we're gonna find out together, but just based on the diagrams, those things are negative, which kind of makes sense. It's like if something's negative, it doesn't need to conduct electricity. I don't really understand how it can be negative, why it's not just zero, but like that's my shortcoming with understanding electrical.
Black is a gray, some more reds and black, and on the other side there is yellow, orange.
See if we can fast forward through some of this.
Black, red, another black, red, black, and orange to finish.
It's just nice to hear because I feel like I'm going to forget something.
I'm going to put a link below.
Don't want to mess anything up.
Right. So let's pause and create a bridge between one of the black and the green, and that to turn the power supply on.
All right. So what? So this is what's confusing. Create a bridge with the black and the green. That turns the power supply on. The gray one also turns the power supply on. So what? I guess I'm fast forwarding. Maybe it was clear to me before.
It measures the voltage coming in, and it tells the computer that all the voltages are okay. So we're not going to be testing for that one.
Oh, right. Okay. The gray one tells the voltage. Okay.
The rest is a combination of 3.3 volts, 12 volts, and 5 volts, both positive and negative. Okay? So before you turn the power supply on, grab your metal pin. Okay? Hold up. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to...
So this is a modular power supply. So I assume, right, he doesn't say like, oh, plug in the cables, because I think his cables are already plugged in. So we have to figure out where to plug this thing in. That's very odd. So I assume it's the motherboard. Is that right? I feel ridiculous. This doesn't plug into this. Something else plugs into this. I feel so silly right now. Okay, no. These plug into this. These smaller cables plug into this. They both say type 4 on them. So they both say motherboard. CPU. I mean, that'll fit there. I kind of want to be sure they'll fit in the motherboard section. 12 boot 2x6. Oh, okay. All right. Whoops. Not the move. Okay. I wonder if I can just, let's see if we can. We need a cable guide. Oh. Where do I feel so silly? I can't think sometimes. I just type silly stuff into the web. Where do cables plug in to rm750x? Yes. Okay. Here we go. 7 minutes.
Hey everyone, it's Ken.
Let's drop that.
Here from Northern Biking Everyday. Today I have a quick PC building tutorial for you. I'm going to be showing you how to install this power supply or PSU into
this PC case. We'll show you how to do the installation as well as do the cable connections to the motherboard and the GPU. It's really quite simple to do. We'll show you this step by step. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. Now, if you are interested in any of the components I'm using in this build, I will have them all linked below in the description. Let's go ahead and take off our side panel. So I have a side door that just slides off, and you can go ahead and remove the back panel as well on your PC case. So let's figure out which cables we need to plug into our power supply. This is a fully modular power supply, so that means we're only going to plug in the cables that we're going to use for our build. You might have a semi-modular power supply, which has the standard cables coming out of it, and then you just add on the ones you're going to use. Or there's a non-modular power supply, which just has a whole ton of cables coming out of it, and all of them are attached. So let's have a look here at my motherboard and see which cables we need. First off, we need the 24-pin ATX cable that plugs in right here. We need the CPU power. That's up here. There's an 8-pin that goes up there, and there's actually 2 of them on this motherboard, so I need 2 of those connectors. Some motherboards will only have 1, so just depending on your motherboard. I also need a PCIe connector for my graphics card here, so if you have a graphics card, you'll need that. This one is...
Oh, we're pausing. We're pausing because we got to figure this out.